Welcome to A Journey into Fitness. I'm Susan Rubenstein. Today we are taking our fitness outdoors. It is summertime and it has been a very long winter for all of us. I'm sure you too are ready to move your workouts from inside to outside. But before we do that, it's always a really good idea to kind of have a plan. To think about the time of day you're going to work out, what you need to bring along, where you're going to be, the conditions and the weather. So I'm going to give you a few tips. But before we get started, let's just go over a couple things. If this is your first time, welcome to my show. I hope that today's tips will be really helpful in keeping you fit this summer. You might even want to grab a piece of paper and a pencil and jot a few notes down. Some of these tips will be really helpful in keeping your routines going all summer long, even when we travel. So as you notice, I'm outside in this beautiful space. It's great to get outside. It's good to breathe the fresh air, get that oxygen flowing in our body and in our blood. Keeps us feeling more awake and alive. Also, you want to make sure that when you're heading outdoors, you're dressed properly. So depending on the climate, if it's a really warm day, you want to wear light clothing. You may not want to wear white because white has a tendency to attract more of the heat in the sun. You might want to wear a hat. That's always a good idea. Really, really important. One thing that we talk about so much nowadays is sunblock. So, really good idea to get a sunblock that's conditioned for sports. So that means that if you're sweating, it's not going to melt right off. Best thing to do with this, put it on about 15 minutes before you head outdoors so it has a chance to set, and then you're good to go. It should last the whole time you're working out, 2 to 3 hours. And just remember, if you're going to be outdoors swimming, you might want to apply it a little bit more regularly. With that being said, also the importance of bringing along water, because on those hot days, especially if you're only going to be able to get out midday, you want to stay hydrated. Bring along 1 or 2 water bottles. What can we do with these? These are great for when we're walking. We can do some routines to our upper body. We can do some presses. We can combine them in our leg work. So you can fill these up with water and you're good to go. So remember that. Also, I brought along here a vest. Now, if you're somebody that likes to get out there early morning or even later on in the day or after dinner, you want to be visible. So as you've noticed today, the colors that I'm wearing are pretty bright. You'd be able to see me. But you want to make sure that if your workout is out on the road, say you're going for a run or a bike ride or whatever, these vests are fantastic. As they have the reflective strips, you put it on, people can't miss you. And that's really, really important. Then I've also brought along too is a lamp. Something that you may or may not want to use. Sometimes we can clip these on the back of our pants. We can bring it around our head. So this little light is very helpful too, especially if you're out there in the dark, so that again, cars can see you, because we want to keep ourselves safe. All right? So those are just some great summer tips. Now, a couple other things that I think are a great investment for summer. A tube. These travel really light, and you can get these even a little bit thinner than I'm showing. You could take these with you on a walk or even on a run, or if you grab yourself one of those little backpacks or a pack that you could put this in. There's so many great exercises that you can do with this tube, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. So that's another great tip. Also, shoes, really important. You want to make sure that you have a good pair of shoes on. When you're out running, you want to wear running shoes because they're designed for that forward motion. If you want to do more of a cross training where you're going to be doing maybe side moves, you want to get a cross trainer that is more applicable to lateral moves, something that's safe for your ankles. If you're just a walker, they make great walking shoes, but make sure you have enough cushion and you want to protect your feet, because as we get older, our hands and our feet begin to lose some of their fat. So we're more prone to injure our feet. So we want to make sure that we have the correct amount of padding and balance that's going to move through our legs. All right, so that's today's tips. So I'm going to get you started. Now, taking it outside doesn't necessarily mean you have to leave your own yard. And with that, we're going to just start warming up. So with our warm-up, we start to walk. We get the energy moving in our legs. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Really take in that breath. Use the belly. Open your body up. Good. Now, Feeling good? Start to take the moves out a little bit wider. So now you're opening up your hips. You're getting all those joints moving, getting that synovial fluid pumping through the joints so we feel good, especially at our recovery time. Now I'm just going to take it out to side, a nice easy tap. So as we're tapping, you want to make sure that you're lifting your ribs nice and tall. And then from here, let's reach. Stretch it all the way up to the sky. Good. Long levers through your body. Now we want to wake up our spine. A little bit of rotation here. Good. This is always healthy to do. Healthy for our back, keeps us moving. Now we're going to add a reach. So we're just crossing the midline, but still keeping the hips nice and open. Good. Keep that going. We're going to do 8 more. That's it. And bring it back to center. So we're going to take it in narrow. We're going to walk it wide. Narrow and wide. Let's do that 2 more times. Take it in. Move it out 1 more time. Take it in. Now I'm going to keep my stance wide. I'm going to step and reach. So this is a big move. So we're really opening up the side ribs. Now I'm going to add hamstrings. As I reach up, I'm taking the heel behind my body. Good. Now let's drop the arms and add a knee. So we're opening up the hips. Good. Let's keep that going. We're going to do 8 more. 8, 6, good. 4, nice. Now I'm going to tap it front and chop. So just opposite hand towards the ground. This is good to challenge those motor skills. Oh, it feels so good to be outside after that long, long winter. Let's get back to our march. Good. Take it out a little wider. Good. Now from here, we're going to just walk up and back. Now, you can keep it at a nice steady walk, or you can start to jog, moving forward and back. Good. Keep that going. Now, I can take this out a little bit wider. So with any exercise program, you always want to have your warm-up be active. So say if you were in a gym, you would want to get on a bike or a treadmill or an elliptical. When you're outside, you want to start with a nice steady walk, even if you're a jogger. Start at a light pace, then pick up your speed. Now, just going to run in place, carry those ribs up, pump the arms, good. Keep that going. That's it. Couple more, looks good. Now I'm going to open out to the side, stretch, good. So we always want to move our bodies in different directions, getting everything going. That's it. Good. Now, taking it over, I'm going to do 4 heel taps and then move over 4 heel taps. So this is the fun thing about exercise. You can get creative with some different combinations. Now let's move into some knee lifts with a pull down. This is great to work not only the legs, but the abdominals. This helps with our posture, which is really important. Good. Now I'm going to add 4 knees to this. Ready? 4. Good. Other side. Let's do that again. 1 more time. Now I'm going to go to a straight kick and a pull down. Good. This is good for hamstrings. That's it. Nice and strong. Let's do 8 more. That's it. 4 more. Now bring it down. Shrug it up. Good. We're going to do this just for a couple more moments, and then we're going to get into some great toning that you really don't need to bring anything along for. Good. Now I'm just going to step here and lift the heels in lower. So another important area of our body to exercise are our calves. Think about how often we use them. Going up and down the stairs. Even when we're wearing shoes with a little bit of a heel, a little bit of a lift, those calves are working, so we want to keep them strong. We want to stretch them out. Let's do 4 more. 2 more. All right, now we're going to start to drop it to a squat. So dropping down, squeeze through your seat. Now the importance of alignment here. You want to make sure that the knees stay balanced over your feet. They shouldn't pass the toes. We don't want to do that. Now notice how the chest stays lifted. Good, and the hips go back. So just imagine that there's a chair, maybe 6 or so inches behind you, and you're trying to sit down on it without rounding your shoulders. Good. 4 more. 3 more to go. Let's do 2 more. And again. Good. Now, step your feet in a little bit closer. So now you're going to find that your legs are right in alignment with your hip bones. Now, I'm going to sit down and kick back. So this is a great combination to not only work the lower body in your quads, your thighs, but also to get your buttocks and your hamstrings. Now I always like to add a little bit of upper body too. Notice how I'm squeezing my hands into a fist. This is really great to use the muscles in the upper body. Let's do 4 more. Good. 2 more. Excellent. Good. And then shake that out. So it's always a good idea, once you start to feel a little bit of muscle fatigue, shake that out. All right, we're going to do a second set. Ready? Drop it out. Shoulders back in the wide squat position. Let's come down and up. Good. Down and up. If you feel yourself rounding in your back, put your hands to your hips. That's it. Good. And again, find that seat. Squeeze to lift. Good. Concentration. Think about what you're doing, so you want to make that connection to your body. 1 more. Now, let's walk this dance in. Again, legs right underneath the hips. Here we go. We're going to squat down and kick back. Notice how this has a little bit more energy to it. Good. Keep that going. Let's do 8 more. A little bonus here. 7, 6. Good. 4 more to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. All right. So now I'm going to introduce you to the tube that I brought along. You can purchase these online. You can go to any sports store. They carry these. You want to find something that is right for you. They'll be labeled light resistance, medium resistance, heavy resistance. So it's what you feel that is best for you. All right, I'm going to stand on this with both feet. Now, returning to that squat position, adding this resistance, I'm going to start to use lower body and upper body. So I'm going to do a squat with a bicep and come up. Now notice how the elbows stay to my side. Good. Coming up. Coming down. So these exercises that I'm showing you, you don't have to do them all at one time. If you're making notes, maybe you want to just take along when you're outside some of the exercises with you, do a couple here and a couple there. Let's do 4 more. 4. Good. 3 more. Squeeze. Let's do 2 more. Squeeze. 1 more time. Good. Now, we're going to come up with our tube. We're going to pulse it. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. 3. Good. Nice and strong here. Good posture. Excellent. That's it. Now, if you're outside exercising and someone sees you, you never know who will join you in the routine. Good. Couple more. 1 more time. Excellent. And release. Good. Roll out those shoulders. So let's do our second set with lower and upper body. Are we ready? Squat, curl. Come up. Good. Remember to drive up through those heels. That's it. Good. Coming up. Perfect. Let's do 4 more. Looking good. 2 more to go. Last time. Good. Now stand up and pulse up. 3. Now this routine that we're doing, if you didn't bring your tube along, use your water bottles. That's another great way to tone your body. Good. And again. Let's do 4 more. 4. 3, 2 more, 1 more time. Woo, that was a good one. All right, let's shake those arms out. Now, let's take the tube. This next one I love. It's actually called the butt buster. You don't necessarily have to have the tube, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. So, we're going to stand down the tube with one foot, take the other foot through, holding on to those handles. Now, shoulders are back, belly's in. We want to lift our back foot up. Now, we're going to add a little bit of a bicep curl as we press back into that foot, lifting the leg. Good. What have I added to this? Any ideas? I've added balance. Balance is so important to work on each and every day. We've all got 2 minutes in our day to practice balance. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, belly's in nice and strong. 6, good. 5, 4, 3. So again, you can use your water bottles with this, or if you have hand weights. Now let's hold it and pulse that leg back. 10, 9. With the band, you feel a little resistance. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's do a quick stretch. Just stretch that leg out in front of you, opening up the seat, the hamstring, and that calf muscle. All right, shake it out. Let's get that second side. You're doing great. Now, again, same posture. Shoulders and shoulder blades back, lifted chest, take a nice deep breath, enjoy that gorgeous air. Now we're going to take that leg up, curl, and take the leg back. Good. Focus on your posture. That's it. Keep it going. Excellent. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1. Now let's pulse that leg back. Squeeze that seat. Squeeze, squeeze. Good. Keep going. Let's do a bonus of 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to put this down. Next month when we get together, I'll show you some great exercises that we can do outdoors in the woods using some trees and things of that nature. Now, I'm going to pick up my 2 water bottles, thinking of them as hand weights. You know, you've got some weight in these water bottles. So let's take our feet just right underneath those hips. So we're going to curl to the shoulders, push up, come in, and down. Now, always think about the range of motion that's appropriate for your shoulder, because I know a lot of us hit that point in our life where we start to feel the twinges in different areas of our body. One particular area is the shoulders, so we've always got to be careful of that. Let's do 4 more. Good. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more time. Good. Now, roll the shoulders out. Take the weights in front. Now, what I'm going to have you do is straighten your arms out in front so that they're parallel to one another. Now you're going to bend your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and extend the weights out. Good. Now, I'm always up to throw out a balance challenge. So what could we do? We could move to one foot, lift the other foot in front of us, focusing on a spot that our eyes are not going to be distracted by anything. And here we go. We're getting the tone to our upper body. We're working our balance, our coordination. We're working our core, the abdominals and back, as well as hips, thighs, and buttocks. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2 more, and 1. Nice. Roll that out. Good. Shake it out. All right, we ready? Second side. So now, what I'm going to have you do is roll your shoulders out. Weights are going to be by your side. Now, we're going to work on lifting our wings. So let's lift up, bringing it down. Good. taking it up. Again, moving now to the other leg for support, wandering into our balance. Keep that breath flowing, taking it up. Good. Coming up. Perfect. Let's do a couple more of these. Try not to lock your elbows. One more time, and we did it. Shake it out. Good. All right. Now, rolling those shoulders out. Let's take the weights or the water bottles in our hand. Now, I like this one because it gives us a little bit of a challenge to our obliques. We're going to take elbow to knee, set it down. So, if you're not interested in lying on the ground and getting all dirty, or you don't have your mat with you, there are great ways that you can work your abdominals, because I know a lot of us feel like a workout's just not complete until you've done something to exercise the abdominals. Well, let me tell you, pretty much everything we did today touched on the abdominals, so you don't have to worry about that. But this is a great one, just crossing that midline. This also is a wonderful way to stretch out your back. So you want to think about exercises that are time efficient, which means you can get more out of the exercise, such as the strength, the balance, the core work, and a stretch. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and stop. Good. Shake all of that out. Good. All right, now, let's take our weights in front of us. So we're going to do one last exercise. We're going to fly the wings out, start to extend the leg back behind. Good, and then come up, tap the toe. Let's do that again on the same side. Coming out. Beautiful. Bringing your chest forward, your leg back. And again. Now, bring it back, hold the arms out, hold the leg out, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Shake it out. All right, let's get that last side in. Step onto your foot, draw your belly in, shoulders back, find that focal point, take the arms out in front. Now, begin to spread your wings, lifting up. Keep that back foot flexed. Come into play. Good. Do that again. Coming out, coming in, and again. At one side, you'll find it's smooth as glass, and then the other side, you'll find you're a little ripply. There are little bumps along the way. The balance might not be as good, and that's okay. All right, let's take this last one out. Hold the leg up in the air. Hold the arms out and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake that out. All right. So remember, drinking lots of water is important. So as we start to move towards the end of the workout, let's just take a moment to stretch. So first what I want to do is just bend the knees. Put your hands against your thighs. Drop your seat back. Shoulder blades back. Get some air moving from the diaphragm through the rest of the body. So remember, you don't need a full hour or 2 to exercise. If you have 5 minutes, make the most of it. Every day we can find a few minutes for our balance, for a little bit of strength, for maybe a nice walk, and then roll up. Good. Now, let's take our arms in front, lace the fingers together. Drop the chin slightly in. This is a nice stretch for our upper back as we press forward. Good. And then shake all that out. Good. Take a deep breath in. If you feel like you need to stretch a little bit longer and you have some time, you can join me for yoga. So with that being said, I really enjoyed spending time with you today. So this is one of 3 different parts of the exercise series for getting fit outdoors this summer. Join me next time as we put not only our fitness together, but we talk about eating healthy and enjoying all of the fresh fruits and vegetables and the abundance of what's in our farmers markets, what's at our farms, and how we can cook and eat healthy this summer and feel our best. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Susan Rubenstein. May your days be happy and may your health be strong.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.